Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple breakout game. So first, for time's sake, I'm just putting all the sprites in here. You can see them all. Now what you want to do though is for the point bar, which is what it bounces, the ball goes against. What you want to do is get a sprite of it breaking, and then if you look back in the folder for the stones, you can see a normal one. First you want to move this all the way to the front, and then that's it. And center it. Now you can see, if you want to colorize it, this is partially for two colors, but if you want to just colorize, you change the hue and you can see the new. But what we're going to do is a simpler version of changing the color. Now first, create your bat object for your player and call it obj_bat. Now we want to create the event for the movement, so we have key press left, moving direction left at a speed of 8. What we want to do is duplicate, key press right, started moving in direction right at a speed of 8. Now key release left, we have it stop at a speed of 0, and we want key release, we want to make sure to check if right isn't held, just like in the Pong tutorial. So that what this will do is, if right isn't held, it'll stop, but if the right button's held down, it will move right. This eliminates any choppiness when moving left and right. Now what we want to do is duplicate that and make it for the right release key, and we change this to left, and then we want to change the moving in direction to left. Now we have the basic movement. Now create the wall object, just call it obj_wall, and just make it solid. Now collision with wall, set the speed to 0. And what I forgot to do is change the mask. We want a rectangular for everything, so then it's more precise with the collisions. And the 4 different types of bats will come into play later for difficulty. Now after making that, we will create the ball, and we want to use the ball sprite, and then we have a collision with the bat. We'll have it bounce off against all objects because the bat is not solid. Now we duplicate and have it against the object wall, and then have it against solid objects. Now after that, what we have to do is create the object for the points, and we'll come back to this later after fixing everything. That's it. And now we go back to the object ball and have it collide against the point bar, and it will bounce against it. Make sure it's to all objects because the point bar is not solid. Now when the ball is outside the room, what we want it to do is to destroy itself, and then also when it's destroyed, what we want to do is set the lives to -1. We'll have the lives set to 3 for the beginning. And that was the wrong one, my bad. So the lives to 3. And we want the score to be 0. Now that we have that, what we want to do is first create another object. We'll call this the HUD. This will basically just put all the variables in, and for choosing the difficulty settings. First, we're going to show the score in the window. If you don't want this, then you'd use the HUD to draw the sprites, the variables. Now in the create event for the HUD, what we want to do is this chooses difficulty. So we use the script command, and what we want to do is we have difficulty equals get string. Oh, I put too many equals there. Get string, and we want to make sure we have quotations, so this means it will show this as a message. So easy, medium, hard, and expert. Now what we want to do is if difficulty equals, and then what we want to have are quotation marks for the value and 2 equal signs. So this way, what it'll do is if you type in easy, then what will happen is the next event. We'll have it object bat dot, and then we'll have difficulty for the variable equal 1. And what we need to do is just copy paste this for all 4. First, I forgot to put the other quotes. This will be like defining the thing. So you just need to put quotes there. This is what the player is entering. The quotes mean that I am typing the value, which is like an actual like letters that I'm using. That's what the secondary quotes are. Which is, you can see the quotes, the easy, medium, hard, and expert. And we want to change the difficulty that shows up for the player. Now after that is finished, we need to create the variable that I forgot to do for the bat. So we change this to difficulty equals 0. What else I forgot to add is pointing that the object bat, we want to change the image, or the sprite index I mean, to the different sizes. So this is bat huge. So this means if you put easy in for the difficulty, your bat sprite will be really big. And then this will be the large, which is basically the default sprite if you don't put any value in for the easy, medium, hard, or expert. And then small, and then tiny. Now that we have that done, what we go to is we go key press left, and we can actually change this. So if variable difficulty equals 1, it will move at a speed of 8. And we'll copy this 4 times. So when difficulty equals 2, the speed is 10. And then when difficulty equals 3, the speed is 12. So that means you are smaller, but you will also go faster. And so will the ball. I'll put this in later. And also we need to add when difficulty is 0, just in case you enter a wrong value for when you're entering difficulty. Because when it asks me the difficulty, and I put in something that's not easy, medium, hard, or expert, difficulty will be 0 because it does not register that value. Now we copy paste this for the left and right, which I'm doing here, and then after this we go to the release for key and left, and we can do this. What else actually I did not realize is that instead of copying all of this, what you could do is you use the variable and you set the variable speed to speed. So this, wait, never mind, you can't do that. So we just copy this back over, so then it changes the speed. Go through all this quick. Takes a little time to put this all in. So then after that, we can go to object ball, and what we're going to do is now we're going to set the speed for the difficulty. So when the ball is created, we'll have all these difficulties, but we can't use the direction. We have to just set the variable for speed. So we have variable speed, and then equals 8. We'll delete all those, and then we'll change them for these. There we go. Now we just change the values to maybe the same as the bar. There we go. But what I forgot to do is actually I made the speed for the difficulty too fast for that one, because 0 and 1 both will be the same results, the same difficulty. So I'll change that up quick. There we go.